Hello people, I hope you all are having fun and absolutely enjoying your lives, and that's again so awesome. So the countdown for fun has already begun. Yes, you guessed that right. I'm talking about the Holi festival, the festival of colors. So not much time left for the biggest festival. I know that you all are so busy buying your favorite colors, favorite pitchkaris, and a lot of shopping for making sweet gujiyas and whatnot. Whatever you like this festival, just do it. Everybody is excited, the kids, elders, everyone. So let me not just waste too much of your time and just come straight to the point. So guys, many of you must have heard the word probiotic in your life at least once. But most of you also might be wondering what this word means. What is probiotic? In simple words guys, you can assume probiotic as a good bacteria that fights the bad or unfriendly bacteria present inside you. Yes, it's not a surprise that we have every kind of a bacteria present inside us. That's not a shocker. Okay, so guys, foods such as yeast and fermented drinks can also be called as a probiotic drink because they develop good amount of bacteria inside them and they help fighting the bad bacteria present inside us. So guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a simple, basic, tasty and healthy probiotic drink that is very commonly used in states like Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh and many other states. So guys, believe me, this is really an amazing drink. It improves your gut health, that means gastrointestine and all the digestion related problems in a certain way. It fights the bad bacteria present inside you. I've already told you that. So guys, the best time to prepare this fermented drink is near around the Holi festival because you can get the ingredients very easily. In fact, these days you can get all the ingredients anytime that you like throughout the year. But still, the Holi festival and the climate around that time is perfect for this drink. So let's not waste too much of your time and jump into the next part of the video. Let's go. So guys, here I am with the most amazing basic ingredients that I'm going to use to make this awesome fermented drink just for you. So very important thing for you is that this fermented drink requires black carrots. Surprised? Shocked? Don't be surprised, don't be shocked. If you don't find black carrots, just skip it. Use beetroot instead. It will give you exact taste, exact flavor and the exact color that you need in this drink. And that will be awesome. So without worrying too much, skip the black carrot and use beetroot. Now the second most important ingredient is the carrot. The simple carrot that you get in your nearby market. So just get it and use it. So now let me keep it aside and show you the rest of the ingredients that are too simple and too basic and easily available. So let's move on to that section. So guys, now moving on to the next part, that is the rest of the ingredients. It is the most basic and simplest of ingredients that you will ever find. You will find it easily at your home or maybe at your nearby grocery stores. So we are just using 5 more things in this fermented drink. And the first thing is salt. You can use black salt, but I'm using a white salt. This is perfect. And use the ratio. You are very smart. Use the ratio that is well suited with the quantity of water that you are going to add in your fermented drink. That means if you are using 1 liter of water, use accordingly. If you are using 2.5 or 2 liters, then you can use the salt according to your taste. That's all. So the second ingredient that I'm going to use is rye. Now you must be wondering that rye and mustard seeds, they both are absolutely same. Maybe a little bit of difference, but still they both have a different nature, as mustard seeds are a bit yellowish when you make it a paste, and this one, it has a very pungent smell. So this is very important in this. Do not skip this ingredient at all because this will help boosting the fermentation process and it is a very important and key ingredient. So don't skip it. Keep in mind. Now the third ingredient is asafoetida. Now you must be surprised. Now what is asafoetida? Don't worry, it is simple hing. Yes, you should learn just like I did. So asafoetida is hing. So I'm using a pinch of hing, not too much. You can skip it if you want to. I just wanted to give it a different kind of a taste, so that's why I included it. So you can easily skip it if you don't like the flavor. So the fourth ingredient that I'm going to use is a pinch of turmeric powder. You call it a turmeric powder or a turmeric powder, that's all up to you. So a little bit of turmeric powder is always good for health, as you all know that this improves your immunity also and maybe impart a little bit of color to the drink. I already told you the most important part is rye. Don't ever forget it. You have to use rye. Okay. So guys, here I am with the final ingredient that I'm going to use in this fermented drink, and this is called the black pepper. You can find it very easily. You can skip it if you don't like it. I'm using a sufficient amount only, not too much, because it will be very spicy if you use too much of black pepper. So keep in mind that everybody has a different taste and different likings and dislikings. So based on your likings and dislikings, you can easily skip, or you can simply add more if you want to. So don't worry too much, just give it a go. So guys, in order to save your precious time, I have already washed these vegetables thoroughly so as to keep them healthy, and cut these veggies into segments. So for carrots I have done vertical cutting, and for beetroots I have done square cutting. So you may opt any method as you like based upon your choice. That's no problem at all. So for now, let us keep them aside and mix and grind all those ingredients that I have shown you apart from these veggies. So we'll be needing them later. So for now, let us go to the grinding process. It's time to grind and mix. So let's dive into the grinding process and make it a fine powder. Let's go. So here we have all those ingredients with us. They are waiting to just dive into the mixer. So the first thing we have is rye. It is the most important part. Don't skip it. I have said this already earlier. So it's your job and absolutely your duty to know the difference between rye and mustard seeds. They might look a bit similar, but they both are different in taste and odor. So this is rye, don't skip it. Let us dive in this thing inside the mixer. Let's go. Now the second thing we have is salt. Salt is very important because without salt there is no taste at all. So don't skip it either. Okay, so let's move in. Another important thing is the turmeric powder. I have just added it to give the drink a little bit of immunity booster and impart a little bit of color. I don't know if you want to skip, you can skip it easily, but I am adding it. So let's put it inside the mixer. Here we go. Now the next thing is asafoetida. Don't be confused, it is simple hing that you call it in Hindi. So learn the word. I have learned it years ago. So let us add this asafoetida inside the mixer. Here we go. So finally we have the black pepper. I am going to use it in this mixture. I can use the fine powder from this bottle itself, but I am going to put it inside the mixer so that it mixes well with all these ingredients. So without wasting any time, let's put it inside. So we have all those ingredients inside this mixer. Now it's time to give it a mix. So let's go. Such a beautiful powder it has turned out to be. Now see the power of this powder. We are going to use it in our mixture. Now let's go to the next part of the video. Let's go to the final process. Let's go. So guys, finally we are ready with the most exciting part of this video that you are surely going to love. So we are absolutely ready with our cut vegetables, that is the beetroot and the carrots. Secondly, we are ready with the mixture or the masala that we have recently made. And we are ready with the water that we are going to use in this fermented drink. And finally, a glass jar. This is a very important tip that I'm going to give you right now. See, I don't want to use a metal jar or a plastic jar because as you know that this fermentation process is going to take days. So the metal will react with your water, the metal will react and ooze out some chemicals, so it will absolutely hamper the taste of your drink. So please remember, keep in mind, note it down that do not use a metal jar at all or a plastic jar. All efforts will go in vain. So use a glass jar. This is the best jar. And one more thing I forgot to tell you, please do not cover the top portion with a lid. Use a cotton cloth or a muslin cloth, whichever you like, because we need a passage of air so that the breathing process continues. So this is the most important tip. Now let's put all this mixture inside this jar. Let's go. So guys, we have the jar ready with us. Now let's put all these vegetables inside the jar one by one. I have washed my hands, so you should also wash your hands thoroughly before cooking something in your kitchen because it is healthy for you and your family. You all know that. I'm just repeating. So let's go. Okay. The jar is starting to look awesome. So now we have all the vegetables inside the jar. Now it's time to put in the masala or the mixture that we have made. So now let's put it inside. Perfect. Now we are going to add the water. So now it's the time to add water. Let's pour in the water inside this jar. Keep in mind, do not make huge amount of quantity, so that you may consume it within a week. If you have a bigger family, then you can make it accordingly. So one more pro tip, do not fill the jar completely, because the reason being, the fermentation process will make this mixture a bit lighter and it will rise a bit. So you have to leave some space at the top of the jar so that it doesn't come out of the jar. So keep in mind, this is very important. So I know what you might be thinking. You might be thinking that why not give it a mix, because all the masala and the veggies should all mix together. You are absolutely right. So I'll use this spoon to mix in all these ingredients inside this jar. So you might be thinking that earlier I have urged you not to use a metal thing with this mixture, but just don't be surprised, because we are not using a metal jar for the fermentation process. We are just using this spoon to mix all these ingredients, and so less amount of interaction is least harmful. So just relax. Let us give it a mix. Now all those ingredients and the veggies and the water, they are just having a joyride, and I think they might be singing a good song. Now everything has started mixing very well. Friends, again I'll be repeating that the rye is the most important part. Most of the people use sesame seeds, that is still in Hindi. So, but I'm not using sesame seeds at all. The rye is sufficient. So I think now the mixture is absolutely ready, and now I have to close the lid, but with a muslin cloth or a cotton cloth, not a plastic lid at all. So let's go. So now I am going to cover the top of this jar with this cloth. Now let's give it a tie, and it is very simple. Anybody can do it. It's not a rocket science at all. Okay. Perfect. So guys, here we have this mixture ready with us. Now the only job left is to put this mixture in proper sunlight area, whether it be your terrace or your garden. You can put it anywhere. Do not forget to bring it back to the room after the sunset, because it needs only sunlight. Do not keep it in fridge. And finally, after 4 days, you will get a proper probiotic drink that will be so healthy and absolutely tasty. You are going to love it, absolutely. That's my promise. So guys, one more important thing is that when you bring this mixture back to your room to serve to your guests, so keep in mind that let this mixture come down to its normal room temperature, because as you know that this drink was in the sunlight, so it will be a little hotter or warmer, so you will not get that taste. When it comes down to the normal room temperature, then you are absolutely going to love it. So just remember this tip. Now the only job left is to put this mixture in proper sunlight area, whether it be your terrace or your garden. So guys, they say patience is the key, and yes, we have the fruits of our efforts right here. Look at the color, so red. The beetroot has done its magic. And don't worry at all, if you didn't have the black carrots, you would certainly get the similar color which you got from the beetroot. Absolutely no problem at all. That's perfect. So guys, now it's the time to drink this awesome and healthy drink and express my feelings in front of you and do a little bit of reaction on it. So let's go. So let's give it a gentle stir before pouring it into the glass. So let's stir it slowly and gently. So guys, I would like to suggest you that you can take out 3 to 4 pieces of carrots or beetroots and you can serve it to your guest in that particular glass and they'll absolutely love it. So I'm going to take out 2 to 3 pieces or maybe 4 and then show you how it tastes. Well, that's not 3 to 4, that's more than 4 or maybe 6, 7. So that absolutely depends on you. So that's not the case. So let's come to the point and pour this beautiful drink in the glass and see, man, how it looks. It's absolutely amazing. So now let me taste it. Let me see how healthy it is. Wow, amazing. That's perfect. A little sour taste. The rye has done its work perfectly. The beetroots and all that I'm going to eat, and I'll show you how crunchy it is. So now it's the time to taste the veggies. That means carrots and beetroots. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Don't expect it to be very softer. It has become softer, but not that much. But still, 4 days it was all inside that mixture, so it will ease down a little bit. It's not so hard that it was before, but it's still good. It tastes amazing. So guys, the excess of everything is really bad and you know that very well. Even if it is a good thing and you are taking too much, then it may harm you or your body in any kind of a way. So it is good to take those things in moderation and in a slight and less amount so that it doesn't create a bad effect at all. So this drink, if taken in moderation, it will absolutely improve your gut health. So this is an absolutely perfect drink and I give it a 5 out of 5 because I made it for you only. I hope you enjoyed the video. We are going to meet soon in the next video. I have not traveled a lot in the past month or so. So now is the perfect time to take out my bike and go for a long ride. I will meet you soon in another travel video. Till then, take care, goodbye, have fun, keep enjoying and tata, bye bye.